Today we're going to be making a Christmas cowl using the crocodile stitch. This project is for the intermediate crocheter who knows how to do the crocodile stitch. I used about 5 ounces of worsted weight yarn, the Bernat satin in red, of course, for Christmas. I used a crochet hook H. It took me about 2 to 3 hours to make this Christmas cowl. We're going to start by chaining 85 stitches. Now you can make this as long as you need to. Remember, the crocodile stitch is done in increments of 6 stitches, so increase or decrease this chain in increments of 6. Now we're going to join our chain to the first stitch with a slip stitch, and then we'll start building our foundation row. So slip stitch, and now we're going to chain 3 to represent our first double crochet, and 1 more double in that slip stitch space, chain 2, and there is our first set of double crochets. Now we skip 2 chains and we do a set of double crochets in that 3rd chain, and then chain 2. So here's our first 2 sets of doubles. So the foundation row for your croc stitch is basically 2 sets of doubles, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, 2 sets of doubles in the 3rd stitch. So here's our 3rd set of doubles, chain 2, skip 2 chains, another set of doubles in the 3rd chain. So we'll continue this way all the way around. Now we're at the end of our foundation row, and we're just going to slip stitch our last set of doubles to our first set of doubles with a slip stitch. Chain 1, and there's our foundation row. Now we're going to start doing our croc stitches in these sets of doubles. So let's slip stitch to our first double crochet post, now we're going to chain 3 to represent our first double crochet, and then do 4 more doubles in that first post for a total of 5 double crochets. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, chain 1. Now 5 double crochets in that 2nd post, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. So here's our first crocodile stitch. So we're going to skip the next set of double crochets, and in the following set of double crochets we're going to do another crocodile stitch, Again, it's 5 double crochets, chain 1, 5 double crochets in the second post of that set of double crochets, and chain 1. Okay, here's our first 2 crocodile stitches. So we'll continue the same way around, skipping a set of double crochets, a croc stitch in the next set of double crochets, skipping a next set of double crochets, a croc stitch in the next set of double crochets, all the way around. Now we're on our last croc stitch of the row. So 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, turn our work, 5 doubles in the second post, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. Now we're going to slip stitch the first croc stitch to the last croc stitch and through the foundation row. So slip stitch them all together right here, chain 1, and there is our first row of croc stitches. Now we're going to start building the foundation row for our next set of crocodile stitches. So we'll start with the chain 3 again, and in between our skip set of doubles we're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and there's our first set of double crochets. Now in the first croc stitch we're going to do another set of double crochets, so 1, 2, chain 2. In the skipped set of doubles, another set of double crochets and chain 2. We're going to make sure we're going through the foundation row and through that row of croc stitches. That's going to anchor those 2 rows together. So we'll continue this way around, building our foundation row with 2 sets of doubles, chain 2, 2 sets of doubles in each croc stitch and in each skipped set of double crochets. So now we're at the end of our second foundation row, and we're going to join that last set of doubles to our first set of doubles with a slip stitch in that first chain space. So now we're going to start making our second row of croc stitches. Remember, we're going to offset these croc stitches as we go along. So let's slip stitch to our first double crochet post. We're going to chain 3 to represent our first double crochet, and we're going to do 4 double crochets in that first post. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1. Now 5 doubles in that second post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's your first croc stitch of your second row, and as you can see, it's offset. So now we're going to skip our next set of double crochets, and we're going to do another croc stitch in the following double crochet set. So 1 double, 2 doubles, 3 doubles, 4, 5, chain 1, 5 doubles in that second double crochet post, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. So there's our first set of our first set of croc stitches, and as you can see, they're offset. So we're going to continue this way around, skipping a set of doubles, croc stitch and next set of doubles, skipping a set of doubles. Okay, now we're on our last croc stitch of the second row. So 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 5 doubles in the second post of that double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. Now we're going to secure that to the foundation row and to that first crocodile stitch with a slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 3 and start working on our foundation row for our next set of crocodile stitches. So the chain 3 is our first double crochet, and we're going to do another double crochet in that skipped double crochet space. Chain 2, 2 double crochets in the center of your next croc stitch. Chain 2, 2 double crochets in between your skipped set of doubles. Chain 2, a set of doubles in the center of your next croc stitch. Chain 2. We're going to continue in the same pattern for every foundation row we build for our croc stitches. So there you see our first row, our second row's offset, and the beginnings of our next foundation row. So we're just checking up on you right now. We're about on our 4th row, finishing up our foundation row for our next set of doubles. We're about on row 5 right now, and we're going to continue around in the same pattern. Again, I did about 8 or 9 rows of the crocodile stitches, and in 8 or 9 rows I'm not counting the foundation row, just the row of croc stitches. So you can continue this way to make the cowl as tall as you'd like. Again, alternating with the row of croc stitches in a foundation row. Making sure you offset every other row of your crocodile stitches so you get that nice layered look on it. And I will see you at the end of the project. So here we are on our last crocodile stitch. So we're going to do 5 double crochets in that first post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, 5 doubles in that second post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. Then we're going to anchor that to our first crocodile stitch of the row and to the foundation row with a slip stitch. Okay, and then we'll just trim off this tail, and there is your crocodile cowl.